Hi, this is Brandon Splay from ThirstGym.com. Today we're going to talk about exercise or an activity called the kettlebell handcuff RDL. Now this is a very low-hanging fruit exercise. This is something that we use when we're working with our youth athletes or a new personal training client, and we're really trying to teach them how to hinge well from both legs. Hinging is a very challenging task to teach young, new athletes or even personal training clients that just have not moved in a long time. A good quality hinge does take some time to teach people, especially if they have no athletic background or they're very new to athletic based movement. So what we got here is this drill to help teach our athletes how to hinge. And that's really all it is. This isn't about how much weight you can use or anything like that. This is almost like, can we check this box? If we can check this box, we're going to move on to other hinging activities, okay? So think of this as a drill to just learn how to hinge. What you're going to do is you're going to take a kettlebell. The kettlebell works great because we can hold on to it with two hands, and we're going to put it behind us, as the name implies, handcuffed. So we're going to pretend like we're handcuffed. Both of my palms are facing away from me. I got it here like my hands were in handcuffs. Then what that's going to do is kind of take my arms out of the equation. That's where a lot of people have issues when they learn to hinge, is the weight being out here in front of them. So we're going to put the weight behind them. And then with their feet, they're going to be about hip width, pretty normal with standard hinging activities. And then we're also going to make sure that our chest stays tall. I don't have to like push it out, but I also want to make sure I'm not holding it like this. Okay, we're up, standing good and tall, everything's stacked, everything's over each other. And then we want our athletes or our clients to find their heels, bend their knees a little bit to stay good and soft. Again, that's going to keep their hips underneath them. And then the way I like to coach this is to push your butt into the kettlebell. So there's a weight back here. If I push my butt into it, I can immediately start to feel it move. I start to feel my hamstrings turn on because I'm in a good hinge position, and then we just ask them to keep hinging until they feel their hamstrings get a good stretch. For me, that's right there, and then we come right back up. Soft knees, chest tall, head moves with me, push back, come back up. So notice that I'm not really trying to move this guy a whole lot. I'm using this as resistance to be able to feel my hamstrings and find my heels as I hinge back, and I'm making sure my back stays good and neutral. I'm not rounding like this. I'm not overly sticking out. I'm just trying to stay up good and tall, hinge back, come back up. Another thing you can do that people have issues with when they do this, they start to raise their toes up too much, and then what happens when they do that is they start to curl over. So you can have them feel their heels, feel their big toe, and then when they do those together, that's going to keep their whole foot contact in place where we kind of want everything, and then they can push their hips back into that. We're in that good hinge position and come back up tall. So, you know, it seems, if you are used to coaching hinge-based exercise, it seems kind of nuanced, but it's amazing how many people struggle to hinge. This is just kind of like our go-to drill, checkbox with all of our younger athletes. If we can get them to get this down, then we can move on to other hinging-based activities that will challenge their position a little bit more, but we can still also build that movement pattern and still develop the glutes, hamstrings, and the posterior chain. So again, this is really, again, couple sets, couple reps, 8, 10, 12 reps, get the practice down, and then you can kind of move on. This isn't anything that you're necessarily going to be like, hey, we're going to do this all the time. Again, just kind of a checkbox activity for your young athletes or your new clients. If you got any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks. Have a great day.